no, welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Manchester United have to face Bournemouth at Old Trafford, and I believe it's on Sunday at 4:30, the kickoff. So look forward to that. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm kind of woke up like with really like nostrily, type of thing. But anyway, the team I've gone for is the same team that beat Cardiff 5-1. So Martial, Rashford, Lingard, Pogba, Matic, Herrera, Shaw, Jones, Lindelof, and obviously Young and De Gea. So let's get into the last game, and let's get into the match, and let's talk about the last game where we beat Huddersfield 3-1. But it wasn't as it wasn't easy, that game to watch. Let's just say that. Yeah, it wasn't easy to watch that game because we scored in the first half through Matic. It was, we pretty much controlled the ball pretty much first half. Huddersfield, had a couple chances in the first half. Well, they had the first chance of the game, to be honest, with Kangolo just hitting over the top, just hitting over the bar from a long a long throw-in, sorry. So then that was like the first signs of saying, Huddersfield are here. They're going to try and attack and put away their chances. Well, if Huddersfield put away their chances, we would have looked, it could have been like a 3-3 game, to be honest. So we do have, so we got our first goal through Matic. It was from a corner. We had a bit of possession. We got a corner from a Rashford shot, and it was a corner from, I can't remember, I think it was a Rashford corner, and then like Lindelof was near post, flicked it on. It almost went in actually from that corner. It was a great save from the goalkeeper. I think it came off either the defender or the goalkeeper. But we definitely got the flick on. We got a bit of luck, and then Matic was there literally to tap in, and that was pretty much 1-0. But pretty much after that, we had control most of the ball. We had most of the shots, but then went into the second half winning 1-0. But like I said, it wasn't like the second half. Huddersfield actually came on to us a bit. They came. They attacked more in that second half, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did make a couple of substitutions, and I think they were the best substitutions to make. To bring on and Herrera and Ashley Young, because Delo and Fred, they wasn't the best that game, to be honest. I don't think. I think Fred, he needs a couple more games to start, and he'll get it, but. He definitely struggled in that second half. So he brought on Herrera, and Delo struggled as well. So he brought on Ashley Young. So that was that. But we did get a goal. De Gea pulled off a really good save from a corner. I think it was a Depotre. I think it was Pritchard with a corner, and Depotre had a nice shot, and it was a really good save from David De Gea. It's a world-class save. Well, I wouldn't say it's a world-class. Well, yeah, you could say it's a world-class save. They definitely, he definitely made a great save, because literally after that, we went on and scored through Pogba. It was really good attacking down the right-hand side, and it definitely. I'm trying to get that goal. Definitely. We definitely needed to score, and to get that second goal was a really big one. Paul Pogba got it. It's just a good play down the right hand side. Mata crosses the ball in. Herrera got it, and then laid it off to Paul Pogba, and then Pogba stroked it in. So then that was 2-0, and by that time we got that confidence back, and we got our third through Paul Pogba with a really great strike. I think about 25 yards out. Classic Paul Pogba, and the way he celebrated as well is like, it's Cantona-esque. It's really that that telling. That second half. Once he got that goal, we pretty much controlled the game. Once we got that second goal, and we got the third goal through Pogba's shot. Huddersfield did get a late goal right at the end. It was a free kick. It was I I can't remember who scored it. It was one of their centre backs who just, you know, it's a knock on a second ball that we need to work on. I think we definitely need to work on, you know, getting them second balls and clearing it in our defence. You know, if we can win the first ball, great. But if we don't win the first ball, we need to, you know, learn how to get that second ball, and you know, be wary of that. And they did get that ball. They did get that goal. You know, it's quite surprising. You know, they got that goal. Oh, how did we not score there? It's quite surprising they did score, but you know, with that goal, they did come onto us a bit more. They did attack a bit more, and yeah, you know, it finished 3-1, but it was, you know, a telling, you know, it was a telling game. That game, we definitely missed Martial, because I thought Martial in that, if we have Martial back for this, oh yes, there we go, just Lingard. If we can have Martial back for this, for this Bournemouth game, because apparently he was ill, so I wouldn't be surprised if Martial goes straight into the side for this Bournemouth game. But yeah, in that Huddersfield game, it definitely showed that we definitely missed a few wingers in that game, because you know, we had Lingard and Mata on, and they just kept coming inside. I know they kept coming inside, but obviously we had the over-attacking right back and left back from Delo and Shaw, but it didn't look right. And where we have Martial just stays out the side, you know, and we missed that in that game against Huddersfield. We just hope that we can have him back for the Bournemouth game. Apparently he will be back. Solskjaer did say this morning they'll be running like fitness tests for Sanchez, Lukaku, and Martial. But I think Martial will go straight back in. He's also just said this morning that you know, Lukaku and Sanchez need to get up, you know, bring up their game to get into the side, because you know, we are currently. How have we not scored there? We got lucky with the second ball, but how have we not scored? Yeah, talking about this game, this man Rashford. Oh, he's on. Yeah, he's confidence. I was surprised he didn't score a goal against Huddersfield, but you know, I reckon can't win that. Oh, lucky. I reckon we will beat Bournemouth this weekend. Obviously, they lost to Tottenham 5-0, and Tottenham, wow, they're going on a scoring streak at the moment. They beat who did they beat? They beat who did they beat? They beat Everton 6-2, and then they beat Bournemouth 5-0. So Bournemouth, they're a bit of on a losing streak at the moment. If I'm not, well, no, didn't they beat Brighton before that actually? So yeah, but that was at home. But I think their away form is quite bad this season. So you know, they're currently 10th. So you know, they're still up there. But it will be a telling game. You know, if we can beat Bournemouth, if we can beat Huddersfield, you know, who came and pretty much part of the bus against us, you know, that first half. But if, you know, Bournemouth come out and attack us, I reckon we will win this game. But it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see. Oh yes, look at that, a tap in from Rashford. Yeah, it's going to be interesting this game, because you know, if Sanchez and Lukaku are back, are they going to go straight into the side? I mean, you could say Sanchez could play on the wing and then put Lingard in midfield with Pogba and Matic. But I still think we need Herrera in that midfield with Matic, because I think, you know, with Paul Pogba, he goes forward, but you know, second half he doesn't do much. In the second half, I know he scored 2 goals in the second half against Huddersfield, but he doesn't, you know, come back a lot in that second half, and it showed that in that game against Huddersfield. So that's why I think he brought on Herrera instead of, you know, brought off Fred instead of Herrera. So I reckon it will be Herrera and Matic in midfield again. But whether or not Jesse Lingard will play, I'm not too sure. But you know, Jesse Lingard, I think he needs to stay on the. I think he needs to stay in the team. I think it's just going to be the first front three again, and just with Martial. I think I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, look at that, Paul Pogba, typical FIFA goal. It'd be nice to see Paul Pogba score another goal. Talking of Pogba, he made one of them speeches again in the tunnel, but just before the Huddersfield game. You know, one of them speeches where we saw at the FA Cup, and we saw at the World Cup. You know what, the one he did at half time. We saw that against Huddersfield, and you know, that's captain-esque. that is captain-esque. And I'm not saying anything, you know, Paul Pogba should be our captain, but that was, you know, nice to see Pogba, that side of Pogba, come out and say, you know, I don't know whether it's not, if it was at half-time or it was before the game. I think it was before the game. I think what he said is, you know, it just shows that there is a captain in there. He just needs to grow up a bit, and then maybe, you know, next time, maybe next season, you're not too sure, he might be the captain or not. I don't know, but it's nice to see De Gea be captain actually the weekend against, not at the weekend, against Huddersfield on Boxing Day. Whether or not we'll see that again, I'm not too sure. I reckon it will be Ashley Young again on the right hand side. But yeah. Yeah, let's bring off Paul Pogba for Fred. I'm not too sure if we should play Fred as I keep saying about, you know, playing Fred as a centre defence mid, where we had him against Huddersfield. I think he would be better in that Pogba position, to be honest. I think anyway, but whether he'll get that or not, I'm not too sure. He might get that against Reading, but I think, you know, Solskjaer at the moment, I think he's just trying out his side. I think it will be the, you know, pretty much the same back four. You know, put a bit of inconsistency, you know, into that back four. Also, obviously, you know, January transfer window coming up as well. There's loads of rumours and stuff like that going on about, you know, definitely one rumour about what's his name, Alderweireld. A couple of centre backs, obviously. There's Douglas Costa as well. We've been linked with the right winger from, well, the winger from Juventus. I still think we need a centre back in. If we can get a centre back, you know, not a world-class centre back like Koulibaly, who we've been linked with. I know he just signed a new contract as well, Koulibaly, but I think there is possibility we might go for him either in the summer or, you know, in January transfer. But I still think we need someone, you know, a centre back who can play at the moment. Obviously, you know, we've still got Phil Jones, and we just need a leader at the back. That's what I'm trying to say. We need a leader at the back, and, you know, I could see Koulibaly being that player, but whether or not we're going to sign him or not is another question. Whether or not we're going to sign any player in January transfer is another thing. Apparently, the only players, Woodward has said that the only players that we will be signing will be on loan or something like that. But, you know, even on loan, that's not too bad. And then maybe buy them in the summer is not too bad. But, like I said, I think we still need like a number 10 somewhere. You know, I know Mata can play there and Jesse Lingard can play there. But, you know, in that Huddersfield game, it did show a bit, you know, we was lacking a bit of creativity. I know Mata was playing, but on the right hand side, he doesn't do much. He needs to play as the number 10 where Pogba plays, but, you know, we can't have Pogba and Mata playing in the same position. Anyway, yeah, talking of Bournemouth, obviously we've just finished the game. They haven't won in their last so many games away, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did win this game. Score prediction, I reckon, you know, it won't be. I reckon with Martial back in the side, I reckon we will get a few goals. I won't say 4. I was going to say 4-0, but I reckon it might be another 3-0 or 3-1 or something like that. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I'm going to go 3. I'm going to go 3-0 Man United. I reckon, you know, we will get a couple goals, and if we can get a couple good goals in that first half, you know, anything can happen. It could be 4-0, could be 5, but I don't think so. I reckon it will be like a 3-0 again. Once we break that, you know, once we break the Bournemouth defense, I think that will be that. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go 3-0 for my score prediction. So I'm actually gonna end it here. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, I'm going. Bye. I know, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Hit me up on Twitch and Twitter, and don't forget to watch the playlist down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.